Hi everyone, I'm Jon.
I'm Nick.
I'm a writer.
And I'm an artist.
And we're the creators of Tiny Hercules, which is a brand new kids comic series about the world's tiniest, mightiest hero. He's brave, he's strong, he's the size of a jam jar, and he's been banished to the land of the Titans, aka Earth.
And you can get it now from Wonky Tree Bookshop in Leyburn.
Welcome to the Wonky Tree. Well, we're not actually in the Wonky Tree, we're in a school. So this is our first big event with local schools to celebrate Tiny Hercules. 2 different venues, but 5 schools within those venues, 500 children, and they've all come to meet Jon and Nich, who are over there busy signing at the minute. This is their book, very excited about it. It's a graphic novel, signing about 5 boxes of books at the minute, so we're all very busy. Really excited. This is a great way to celebrate reading, particularly as it is the National Year of Reading this year, and we hope that it will really enthuse the kids and want them to go and grab a book and read.
I feel quite honoured actually to be here talking about Tiny Hercules, which is our new series of children's graphic novels. And I guess in kind of meeting the kids and talking at the schools, we're talking a little bit about our background, how we got into comics, because we started when we were back in primary school, kind of telling the kids a bit about how we make comics, because we want to kind of inspire them to do it themselves.
And yeah, also we're doing some draw-along stuff as well. So as the artist, I've got a big flip chart and a big pen, and I'm going to be taking them through step by step how to draw the main character, Tiny Hercules, and have a lot of fun and sort of teach them about what it is to make comics, how we started making comics when we were young, and the joy they can get from it starting young as well.
Reading's everything. I mean, it kind of opened my eyes. I know it's the same for you, but like as a kid, like all these worlds of wonder, fantasy, realism, sci-fi, whatever, all they were ever doing was making me more curious about the world. And I think that's more important than ever. It's there, the books are always there, they never went away. And we just want, kids to realise how much power is at their fingertips, really.
I think you can learn so much from stories. It's not just a question of learning facts from books, which is also super cool as well, by the way. But I think there's something amazing about it. We're a big fan of a hero, and a story that's led by a hero can teach so much about how you see the world and how you treat other people. And that all starts really, really early on, and then it grows and exercises your imagination like it's a muscle, and then you go on to make really cool, and everything that we enjoy, both as kids and then as teens and then as adults, that we consume has come from someone who has also consumed something before that. And so if we read young, then we make amazing stuff later on. And yeah, I love reading, I love making books, and I know Jon's the same.
We want kids to feel okay to read what they like as well. And it's sometimes like a hero saving the day. It's the oldest story we have, and it's one of the most satisfying. So yeah,
so cool.
Claire and I saw Jon and Nich back in September at a book sellers conference, and as soon as I saw them doing what they were doing, I thought they are really inspirational, and I would love to get them in front of the kids at my school. And I legged it across to them to say, I work at a school, I have a bookshop, will you come and do something with us? And they were awesome, because actually they said absolutely love to. We chatted a little bit about the school and the area, felt actually that their book would be a good fit for kids in Catterick. A small hero, to me was like the kids here. They are little heroes, what they do, what they cope with. So I thought, this is great, and it started from there, and I got Sarah involved to sort of school coordinator and link the schools together. And anything that inspires them and drives them towards, I want to read, I want to do more of this sort of stuff, to me is absolutely part of why we opened the bookshop, is to create almost like a community of readers, to get people inspired to do it.
The feedback has been incredible. The kids are loving it. When we meet them and talk to them, they're telling us how much they love the story and the silliness of it all.
I think a big thing is we just want kids to realise that they have so much power already they may not even realise it. The bizarre thing about comics in particular is that they've always seemed a bit mysterious. We don't really know where they come from, how they're made, and a big revelation for me as a kid was seeing the credits on a comic and realising that, oh, human beings made this. And that was the first step, because once I realised that people made it, I kind of was like, well, why couldn't I? And the great thing about comics is that, like, you know, people say, how do I break into comics? And I think the big thing is, it's like, if you're making a comic, you are in comics. You may not realise it. So we were making comics back in primary school. And I think if there's a kid who is hesitating in any way, they really want to tell a story but they're not sure how to start, we're just like, start small, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time round. And if you make a team, then you can help each other. Like, you know, you don't have to be everything. Comics are so collaborative.
That's a huge theme that for what we're going to be talking to the kids about schools and everything, but also generally in terms of like us working together, is we want to make it clear, like, hey, if you don't feel like you can draw as well, but you've got ideas for stories, you could be the writer. And if you've got a friend who draws really well but hasn't got any ideas of anything to draw, then team up. And it's so much fun to work with your best mate on something like this.
Oh, it's incredible. The buzz around school is absolutely electric. The children have been so excited for a couple of weeks now. My children, especially I have a year 3 class, a lot of them have said, well, I've never seen an author before. I've never known what this person is. So to actually bring a face to the name and to recognise and that it's something that is completely accessible to them, to know that they can do it as well, that they could achieve it. To say that today there's about 500 children that are going to see authors and read a book, it's an amazing feeling.
What do you hope that you know, the schools that are here for the visit today get out of, you know, the time that they spend with you two?
Well, one thing they'll actually physically get is a drawing of Tiny Hercules that I'll have guided them through step by step, and hopefully that will give them a bit of an understanding of how straightforward it is to create and build a character from quite simple beginnings and shapes and things. But also, as we said earlier, like the idea that they could just go away now and start drawing. A major part of our presentation focuses on the fact that we started drawing comics when we were their age. And, you know, they were a bit squibbly and we were working with our friends and we stapled things together. I stuck lollies on the front of mine to try and emulate the free gift thing. But that's it. It's like, it's that desire and that urge to want to make a thing because you've seen a thing that you like, and that fire burns in us. And I think it burns in them too. But there's often this idea of, oh, well, I can't do that because I'm not a published author, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. If anything they take away from us, it should be that they can do it.
Honestly, we're having so much fun, you know, and if the opportunity's there, I think we'd keep making these forever.
He's got 12 legendary tasks, so fingers crossed. 12.
And, you know, incredible, you know, we're a tiny town in North Yorkshire,
Yeah.
you know, this sort of thing doesn't happen very often. So again, this is a great opportunity for somewhere that would probably be missed off of a regular book tour.
Well, thanks to Alan and Claire. I remember getting the email, like you say, way back. Can we do this? Is it possible? So put the feelers out along the rest of the garrison staff, the service pupil staff especially. I knew we wouldn't be able to manage it by ourselves, school budgeting and costs and things like that. So to be able to then get the other schools involved, I was successful with funding. Councillor Foster was really supportive. I managed to get some funding from him. I got some funding from Darlington Lions, again, who have been able to purchase the books so that every school has got a good set of quality books for them to do what they want to, and then to reach out, and so that then other children have got those opportunities as well.
For you guys, how important do you find sort of independent bookshops?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's our background. I mean, we've spent so long in the indie world ourselves, and we know what it's like to, you know, champion something that, you know, you're the biggest advocate of because you love it so much. And like, in all the years that we've been doing it without a larger publisher behind us, you know, it's indie shops that kind of kept us going. I mean, that's like the heart of the community. And like, if it hadn't been for just booksellers who just loved a thing so much, they wanted to recommend it, they wanted to champion it. I mean, we really wouldn't be where we are now if the folks hadn't gotten behind us in such a good way. And that's coming from the ground up. That's coming from, like, you know, people and amazing independent bookshops just getting behind cool books. So
That's the greatest thing about them, really, is that yeah, like Jon said, they're run by people who love books, and so they stock the stuff they love, and so they support indie things. There's no judgment in a way, you know. It's like, oh, it's a small stapled, you know, black and white photocopied thing. Yeah, we'll put it on a shelf if we like it. And then equally, you know, something really cool and slick and published as well. There's such a sense of like the people who run them care, and then they put that stuff onto the shelves. And yeah, we wouldn't be here without them.
It's been great to have Jon and Nich and their book Tiny Hercules up in Leyburn at schools in Catterick. So if you'd like to read this fantastic book about the world's mightiest, tiniest hero, come into the Wonky Tree Bookshop. We've got signed copies. It's a brilliant read, great fun for kids. Come read it.
So good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Kind of buzzing, actually. Yeah.
We saw 2 schools together in the morning, and we saw 3 schools in the afternoon, and they were just brilliant. An amazing audience. Yeah, they loved it. It was great. It was such a good day.
Honestly, yeah, it's like you just feel on top of the world. You kind of like, it's, so much fun.